Yeah, pretty much this call today is just going to be about how to create ads that actually convert into customers and how you can make money with paid ads. We are going to have some special guests on today that are going to pretty much go over these things as well. But once you guys have your store, I kind of emphasized it a little bit earlier on the last call yesterday, is you can have this store, you can have a great product, but if you don't have traffic, you're not getting people to your store, then realistically none of that stuff matters. So what we're going to be doing on today's call is showing you guys exactly how you can create ads and drive traffic to your store. So getting straight into it, it's going to be me myself. My name is Alan Palmeke. I've been doing e-commerce, drop shipping, whatever you want to call it, for 5 years now, since I was 17 years old. I'm 22 now. It's getting a little old now. But yeah, I've been doing drop shipping for the past 5 years, and we're going to have on Manny on the call as well to kind of show us exactly how to create these AI UGC videos and image ads. And we're also going to have Elliot on here to kind of break down more of like how to run these ads and more of like the behind the scenes types of things. So we got them two hopping on the call today. If you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves real quick as well.
Hi, yeah, I'm Manny. I'm a social media manager. I'm also head of kind of like the AI content you see on our pages, on our YouTube and our social media. So yeah, I will be guiding kind of a little bit more of like how to create these image ads and video ads for your products.
Yeah, cheers, Manny, and Adam. My name's Elliot. I'm one of the coaches here at the Zendrop Academy. I've been dropshipping for 8 years. I've done 7 figures in revenue on my own stores, and I'll be showing you some back end from my own meta ads, just to show you what's possible with running ads and the types of campaigns that you can run for your own stores.
Awesome. All right. So with that, we're going to go over and kind of go over a couple of slides here, and I'm going to hand everything off to Elliot here. So first thing that I want to cover before we really get into it is kind of like the essentials. First is obviously you want to go ahead and make sure you're choosing a profitable niche. You want to select a market segment with high demand and manageable competition. Number two is identifying winning products. You want to find a winning product that is in demand and has good profit margins, because if nobody really wants a product, there's not really good profit margins, there's not really a point to run that product, right? Especially if there's no good profit margins, you're going to be running all these ads, you're going to do all this hard work and effort to create a store, run the ads, create the ads, all these things, just to not even really make much money in general. So you want to make sure that you identify these winning products as well. The third is going to be setting up your online store. You want to make sure you have a good looking store that actually converts people as well. It's not always about having the prettiest looking store, because trust me, I've had stores that did not look that great, but they converted. So it really is just about having stores that do convert very well. And then fourth is going to be driving customer traffic. So obviously, again, like I talked about earlier, if you can have the best product, you can have the best store, you can have done everything perfectly, but if you're not getting people to your store, then none of that really matters, because you're not going to make any sales, because there's no people seeing your product, there's no people getting to your stores, things like that. So that is probably one of the most important things, and we're going to be covering that in today's live. So, what can you expect from this 5-day live series? So, as you guys know, if you were here yesterday, you know that we got our stores built using AI, using the storebuild.ai tool. So, most of you guys in here should have your stores. Again, just type in the chat if you guys got your store. Just say like yes, store, just something like that, just so I know how many of you guys did end up getting your store after yesterday's call. If you didn't get your store, then again, you can kind of watch that video back later after this call and pretty much go through there and follow along and build that store as well. But the second thing is going to be promoting your store with AI. I see a bunch of yeses in the chat now coming through as well. So looks like there's a good amount of people in here that did get their store. So that looks really good. Then again, like I was talking about, you want to use AI to now create these videos for you. Someone said audio is echoing badly. Can everyone hear me all good? Is it all good or okay? Everyone says good. Someone said it was echoing. It's weird. Yeah, so again, you want to use AI to create all the images and also videos for you to then run these as either ads or to run them as organic posts. And then again, third thing is going to be scaling your store using AI as well. So that's pretty much what we're going to be going over in this entire 5-day event. So What you are going to learn today on this call is one, the three-part anatomy of a winning video. And so that's going to be your hook, your body, and CTA. So we're going to show you guys the exact process on creating these videos and how they're pretty much structured. Then second is going to be hook formulas that stop the scroll on TikTok and Meta, because hooks are one of the most important things that you can have, and is one of the most important things to an actual viral video and to get people to stop from scrolling, right? We need to grab people's attention, and having really good hooks is what's going to help with that. So we also got a poll up on the screen today as well. I don't know if you guys can see my screen, but we do have a poll up on there. It's going to ask you what you guys are kind of most excited to learn about today. The number three is going to be how to create UGC style ads inside Zendrop's Video Studio. So we're going to go over step by step how you can use Zendrop's Video Studio to now create these video ads and also image ads as well. And then four is going to be platform tips for TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Just kind of some basic things that you want to know before actually posting on all of these platforms, and just things that are really going to help you maximize the most amount from your videos to try and get as many views as possible, to try and drive as much traffic to your store as possible. So again, just a couple of tips on there. So I'm looking at the poll right now. It looks like 34% or 35% of people are most excited to learn how to run ads on TikTok, Meta, and YouTube. Second is at 23% is how to make ads without hiring a creator. Then we got how to create UGC style ads at 16%. Then how to make my product look more exciting at 13, and then how to write a strong ad hook at 10%. So looks like everyone's pretty excited. It's like a little bit spread out, but it looks like the majority of people want to learn how to run ads on TikTok, Meta, and YouTube. So with that being said, I am going to now hand it off to Elliot right here for him to pretty much just break that all down for us. So let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen. I'm going to hand off to Elliot now.
Yeah, cheers, Adam. So I'm gonna, as Adam mentioned, I'm gonna just dive deeper into the Meta Ads Manager, show you some results, what's achievable, and then we're obviously going to show you how to actually create these ads. So we'll just head into one of my Meta Ads Managers for one of my stores. This is a dropshipping store. You can see here, if we just come to the results, we've got around almost 1,700 purchases in the last, let me just come to the entire month of June. So we'll come to June, for example. You can see 1,800 purchases. For anybody who's completely brand new to dropshipping, Meta is basically Facebook and Instagram. So it's where you run Facebook and Instagram ads. It probably is the most, in my opinion, the most powerful platform to run ads on. It has the most data. It's the easiest to get set up, lowest barrier to entry. It doesn't require a lot of technical knowledge. So it's very easy to set up Meta ads. Now, and it's broken down into some very simple steps. You have the campaign. I recommend when you start your store, you just test one product at a time. So you create one campaign per product. So you can see we just have one campaign. This is for one product, and we run all of our ads towards the product page for this product. Then we have a bunch of ad sets. I won't dive too deep into these. Basically, every time we create a new batch of ads, so we try to create 10 to 15 ads per week for this product because we're scaling it. If you're starting out as a beginner, you maybe just want to have 5 to 10 ads to start with. So don't worry too much about the ad sets. And then we have the ads themselves. These are the videos and the images that you use to advertise the product. As I say, we're going to show you how to set those up shortly. Again, if we have a look at some of the results, you can see out of last month, out of the almost 1,900 purchases in this campaign, they came from multiple different ads. You can see 400, 300, 200, 200, 130, 100. So it's really important to have multiple different ads that you're testing for your products. Don't just create one ad creative, one video or one image and expect that to perform. You need to create lots of different ad creatives. And now with the power of AI, a lot of these ads here that we're integrating AI, and we're using AI to speed up the process of creating more ads. And as I say, that's what we're going to show you how to do. So you can completely use AI to create your ad creatives, and you could test more ad creatives for the products that you're actually marketing with your ad campaigns. So the main key takeaways from this webinar really should be, I would recommend starting with Meta. There are lots of different ad platforms. You have TikTok, you have Google, you have Pinterest, YouTube, loads of different platforms. I would recommend running ads on Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram. Very big pool of people on both of those platforms, hundreds of millions of people that you can market your products to. They use AI, they use an algorithm to show your ads to the correct audience. So the main thing you need to focus on is creating more videos and more images. And the best way you can do that is by utilizing AI. You can speed up the process of creating more ad creatives. Obviously, not every single ad creative that you use is going to be AI. You want to use some AI generated creatives. And then as your store scales, as you start to get more sales, you might then want to invest in some other types of content or film the content yourself. So we use a combination of different types of ad formats. We use real creators, we use AI, we film content ourselves as well. But to test products in the beginning, the most cost effective and fastest way to get ads out there right now is using AI. I'll have a look in the chat if there are any questions. But yeah, this is just a general overview of what I recommend. One campaign per product that you test, and then you're going to have around 5 or 10 ad creatives in that campaign, and you can start with those creatives by utilizing AI. So we're going to hand over to Manny now, and he's going to show you a little bit more about how to actually create those ad creatives.
How's it going, guys? Yep. So today we're going to go basically kind of walk over the beginner version of how to create AI UGC ads in a way. You can use it all inside Zendrop. Within the platform, we have an AI and image video generator. So let's go ahead and actually, I'm going to guide you guys through kind of like step by step, and we're going to do like a live demo, basically. So let me just go ahead and share my screen here. I'm not able to share my screen, looks like. Oh, there we go. Okay. You guys can see my screen, right? Everyone's good? All right. So we're going to go. So basically, I guess, to start off, once you're in your dashboard, you can kind of go ahead and basically pick a trending product or whatever product you are choosing to sell in your store. In this scenario, we're going to go through this example. I like the pet bathrobe. As you can see, I've already gone ahead and added it to my store. So you can click on it. So one of the ways that, we can kind of tackle this basically to create like the better ads for you and make it more realistic, more so you're not really wasting the credits also, is going to start off by picking the right photo for your product. As you can see here, we have multiple pictures of the product. I'm going to go ahead and with this one, I feel like it kind of covers, the side angle, the front angle, and it gives the AI more context in terms of like what the product actually is. The best way that I've kind of found to really play around with like the video models and image models will be kind of to, go ahead and you kind of save the image. So once you save that image, you're going to go ahead and keep that in mind. So you can go ahead and create ads with AI. It's going to take you to our app at AdDrop. And from here, it's going to ask you basically the option to create a video or to create an image with AI. But before we got to go into all that, we're going to go ahead and basically add that product that we want to sell. And then we want to create videos and images into the product roster. So once in the product roster, as you can see, I've added a few of them here, but for the sake of the scenario, I'm going to add it again. You're going to go ahead and add your product, and you're going to choose the image that you just saved for whatever the product would be. In this case, we're going to go ahead with the pet's bathrobe. Then we are going to go ahead and just grab the title. The more specific you are, oh, I lost it. Oh, okay. Yeah, the more specific you are with your product name and your description, the better. If you can kind of just copy and paste the description from your product and go ahead and add it here. This way, again, it gives the AI more context into what your product is, what it looks like, and kind of what the description, what it's supposed to do. All right, we're gonna go ahead and add that product. you're gonna have it in your product roster now. And here you can add, as many products as you want, the angles that you want, and then kind of like from this base model, we're gonna go ahead and create a video ad first. So we're gonna start with that. So as you can see, I've made a few of them here in examples, but we're gonna go ahead and just make one from scratch. So to create a video ad, you're gonna go ahead and create a video. You go ahead and choose a product. In this case, we're gonna choose the pet bathrobe drying towel. And then we're able to actually pick an avatar to promote our products. Here, it's basically instead of going out and spending money on creators, having to test different angles or order the product yourself and then record your video, you kind of go ahead and make AI to your advantage here and begin testing right away. Just kind of also visualize your product, how it will come out, and like how TikTok ads and videos and reels. So we're gonna go ahead in here and choose an avatar. We're gonna go with Grace. Yeah, let's go with Grace. So now when it comes to scripting, right? Inside of AdDrop, we've actually gone ahead and basically have the scripts matched to you to best perform for this specific video, due to the fact that the very short videos, we want to be able to like basically tell the AI the best specific script we can use for your hook, and for you, like kind of just the overall body of your scripting, right? In this scenario, we have option 1, option 2, and if you don't like any of these, you can kind of go ahead and regenerate and choose a tone. Energetic, calm. We're gonna go with energetic again, and it generated 2 new ones. Right, this will be around 10 seconds. Will be 9 seconds. We'll go ahead and use script 1. You can also go ahead and implement your own changes to the script here. However, keep in mind, due to the fact that the length of the video varies, altering this might not give you sometimes the best results you would like, unless you're kind of more you've been experimenting with it a lot more, because again, it needs to match at least 10 to 15 seconds, so you're able to get a better video, better accuracy. So we're gonna go ahead and kind of just go with this one, script 1, degenerate it. So we're gonna go hop into here, since while it loads here, we're gonna show you one I already done before. So we have option 1 here. I tried to try this with a different creator here. So
time used to be a mess, but this changed everything.
Yeah. So as you guys can see, there is our, like basically like, videos like this, you can kind of go ahead and make it into not just paid ads, but you can run this organically. You can run this inside your TikTok, your Instagram, test your product. Picking the avatar is very important also, because it depends on the demographic you're trying to appeal. You have to, if you're trying to appeal to an older crowd who would usually buy this for their pets, or a younger crowd who would usually buy this for their pets. Just kind of like knowing your audience, and this is a great way to test that without you committing to having to, go ahead and order the product and create more content with it, or pay actual UGC creators. There's more of like a way to also verify if the product's going to work or not. So now when it comes to the images part, you can also go ahead and kind of create images based on your product. So if, for example, you did not like this image, or you kind of want a whole new aesthetic and a new way to present your product rather than these stock images, you can go ahead actually and create either your own ads with it, or change the entirety of the picture. In this case, we've actually gone ahead and sent out, I'm going to send in a chat as well, where is a prompt pack we created to make this easier for you for images, for image ads. So basically, you can, using the images that we have now, as your product, you can go ahead and create your static ads using our image generator. For example, we'll go pet bathrobe drying towel. And then for this scenario, we'll use This is the prompt pack that we send it to everybody. You can also check it out on our social media. It's the first post out right now, so feel free to like go claim it. It's a good like starting point to have like an idea of also what kind of prompts you should be prompting your AI in order to, get the best results for your image ads, like static ads. A lot of the times here, when it comes to AI video generation or AI image creation, it's a lot of trial and error. So things like this kind of help you out more and give you a starting point basically for, so you don't have to kind of go ahead and do trial and error. You're wasting credits. For example, here we're going to try out the urgency or scarcity angle. Here's we want to actually show the product in high demand, limited availability, uh, and we're going to go ahead and just, you can go ahead and paste that prompt. Use that same image you had. You can also change the scene. You can have it in home office, the gym, depending on the product. If it was like a gym product, an office supply, clothing. For example, instead of having your print-on-demand T-shirts like on that white background, you can go ahead and make it, into a studio setting. It's a lot of, it's just a nicer way to portray your product. And again, the idea here also is just to kind of test out these ads for your review pages, for your Instagram, and for just overall like your store. So we're going to go ahead and just create this one. But to give you some examples, we have using that same format. We have we have some examples here of like static ads that you kind of just you can use for paid ads. These are the ones where it's showing the more urgency angle, it's showing the product, it's showing the benefits of your product, the reviews, the bestseller, sale ends, and it's a workflow like this that would kind of help you understand too what you're going to be trying out in terms of videos, images for your product, and then kind of create an entire mini campaign around your product before actually ordering or having to do any of the old ways of kind of working with a UGC creator and things of that nature. We're kind of making it easier all inside the platform, so you're able to just go ahead and begin testing right away. Something like this, you can immediately put it on your product website and just have way more angles to test. That's kind of pretty much a big overview. I try to keep it as simple as possible and to explain your product roster, how to create your images, how to create your videos. And, you kind of start off with the fact that before in the past, you had to pay a creator, you had to do, you had to pay a creator, and you had to basically go through many hoops in order to come up with these type of ads, right? In the past, or you have to get like a graphic designer to help you out on your team. I think now it kind of opens the barriers also to just be able to test immediately, and then it goes back to the same principle of the faster you test and the faster you're putting out content, the better results and the better data you will get. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yep. So exactly, that's pretty much how you guys can go ahead and actually now create the ads. Now, I did see a couple questions in the chat on like where you can actually go to create these ads. So let me go ahead and share my screen one more time. I know some people had a couple questions about ad drop. I'll go ahead and share my screen right here. So when you guys actually, we did briefly talk about it in yesterday's call, but when you guys do get the summer offer, you do get access to all of these credits right here. So that entire process that we just went through to create the ads were used with these credits right here that are included in the summer offer. So I know I did see a couple questions in there of like people asking like, where do I go to get this? Where can I get the credits? All things like that. So again, when you do get the summer offer, it comes with those things as well. So if you guys want, it might be even easier if you're on like your laptop even, you can just search up zendrop.com/summer. Or we're also going to have the link in the chat of the call as well. So you guys can go over there and then get your credits as well. So now I believe with the 525 credits that you end up getting, you do it's like equivalent to like 10 videos and then also like 50 images or 10 videos or 50 images, sorry. So you do get to create a good amount to start actually testing. So, and then again, you pretty much just follow that exact process that Manny just showed you guys. So once you do get the credits, everything that he just showed you, you would go ahead and just do exactly as he just did. So you guys saw it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple as well, especially with like the prompting that we have already like set up for you guys. So you guys can pretty much just copy the prompts. So it just makes it as easy as possible. So anyone have any questions about the like the summer offer and things like that, along with the credits that you get with it? Because I know I saw a couple. Would it cost more to make more ads? So once you do run out of your credits, then yes, you'd have to get more credits to then create more ads. But that's also like every image generation platform as well. So what are the prices? It just depends on how many credits you end up getting. So how many more images and videos you want to create. But again, with the credits that you end up getting, like I said, you do get like 10 videos or like 50 image ads. Or if you want to do like five videos and then however much. How much are credits? I'm not 100% sure exactly how much credits are. Again, it all just depends on how many credits you want to buy. So there's not like a set, like, please tell me about the packages. Not really too sure what you mean with that. 50 credits per video get and 10 per image. So how much can we make for credit we pay? I mean, it just depends on how your ad performs. So you would like go ahead and take these, you use your credits to then create videos or images. You would then run those as paid ads, or if you wanted to run them as organic posts. And then with that, you would pretty much just drive all that traffic to your store. So depending on how well your video performs, things like that. But again, with the prompting, everything like that, you should be able to have videos that and ads that do perform well, just because these are all proven concepts. So again, if you guys want to go ahead and grab the credits along with the $100 in order fulfillment, it all comes with the summer offer. So it's the 192 annual plan. So again, you would get all of these things included with that. So it pretty much just makes it all worth it there for you. And it is 7 days back, money back guarantee. So now, a couple of things that I also want to just go over really quickly in terms of the actual, in terms of like comparing AI to actual UGC, where you'd have like the same style of ad, but two very different price tags. So if you were to go with original UGC, so you were to hire a freelancer online to then create the video for you, edit the video, and all these things. Usually that's going to cost you around $200 to $1,200 per video if you were to hire a freelance UGC creator. Which back in the day, that's pretty much how you either had to do it. Either you had to hire somebody like that, or you'd have to film it yourself, which takes up a lot more time on your end. On top of that, you need to edit the video yourself, and there's a lot of factors that go into it when you're creating real life UGC, not using AI. And again, this would take days or weeks of just going back and forth with the creator, just trying to get the scripting down. Sometimes they can film it, it doesn't end up looking right. Or if you film it, you can start to edit it, and then it again doesn't look right. And there's just a lot of delaying that goes on with dealing with an actual freelance UGC creator, just because there's so many kind of components that go into it. So again, like they can film a video and then send it over to you, and then maybe the lighting's not good, maybe the script, they didn't follow the script, or maybe the editing's just not that good, or whatever it might be. So there's again a lot of back and forth. You also get one video per contract. Usually, again, it's $200 to $1,200 per video. So you're going to end up spending, if you want to test 5 to 10 different ad creatives. I mean, imagine a creator is charging $1,000 per video and you want 10 videos. That's $10,000 in videos that you don't even know is going to perform well, right? And then again, revisions cost extra. So if the creator creates you a video, they send it over to you, and then it doesn't look that good, usually they're going to charge you for a revision. They're going to tell you like, oh, it's going to be an extra this amount because you want me to redo it. Now, where if you were to go with AI UGC, simply only just takes you a couple minutes, as you just saw how we created those video ads and image ads as well. Just takes a couple minutes to then create your video. You'll get your scripts with proven hooks all written for you. You get realistic AI creators, no camera ever needed. You don't need to film yourself. So if you don't want to be on camera and you don't like being on camera, you don't got to worry about that either. You literally just have AI do it all for you. You never have to film yourself. You never have to film somebody else. You never have to have someone else pay somebody else to then film the video and all these things. And then pretty much you can regenerate it as many times as you want until you actually like the video. So again, with a real creator, if you don't like it, you have to have them reshoot it, re-edit it, send it back to you, all these different things that take a ton of time. Whereas with AI, in a couple minutes, you have a video. If you don't like it, you just have it do it again, and it just takes a couple minutes again. And after a certain point, you eventually do end up getting the video that you like. So you're able to test 50 hooks and angles for the price of one traditional video, right? So again, using AI, especially nowadays, in order to scale or even just get started, it just makes it so much more worth it in general. So again, I highly, highly recommend using AI now. So let's go to the next slide. So why UGC style ads and why now? So 92% of consumers trust peer recommendations over brand ads. 4 times higher click-through rate for traditional or for UGC style ads, minus 50% cost per click. Then 74% have a higher conversion on product pages that feature UGC videos. And then 40% of all ads projected AI generated in 2026. So everybody is starting to use AI for their image ads, video ads, pretty much everything, just because you're able to test and scale a lot faster and just more efficiently in general. Whereas before, you would have to wait on a creators to create the videos, edit the videos, and just going back and forth with the creator constantly. Whereas now you can just bang out 50 videos in a day and test them that exact same day, see how they perform. If they perform well, you create more variations of those either videos or images, and then you test those the next day. So you're just able to test and scale at a way faster rate and honestly just way more efficiently. So the window, big brands are slower here. Right now, you have the same weapon that they currently do. So you're able to streamline your e-commerce business. Zendrop offers a comprehensive suite of tools to simplify and automate key aspects of your online store, enabling you to focus on growth and customer satisfaction. So a couple of reasons why beginners get further with Zendrop. You're able to start or you're able to get winning products to start with. So we kind of went over that a little bit yesterday on how you can find a couple winning products on Zendrop. Just because there's so many products out there inside of Zendrop that you can start selling, along with the tools that are inside of Zendrop that show you if a product is actually a winner. You're able to see if there's a lot of people currently selling that product. And again, that's all inside of Zendrop as well. Then you're also getting sourcing from trusted suppliers. You don't have to go on AliExpress. You don't have to go on Alibaba and hope that you're going to get shipping that takes less than 2 weeks, because nowadays with Alibaba, AliExpress, all the shipping always takes forever, where now you can go ahead and use Zendrop and get fast, trusted shipping that you know is going to be reliable. You don't have to worry about shipping taking too long and starting to get chargebacks from customers and things like this. So again, you do get that trusted or those trusted suppliers. Then order fulfillment that runs itself. So again, as if you guys were there on yesterday's call, you guys saw that there is the auto fulfillment feature where you don't have to worry about going into your supplier, kind of whatever the word for it is, but you don't have to manually fulfill the orders yourself. You don't have to go in there, type in the customer's address, nothing like that. As soon as an order comes in, all of that information is sent over to Zendrop, and as soon as that comes in, they send over the product, and really is that simple. So you have that feature as well where you don't have to, again, manually kind of fulfill the orders. And then help every step of the way. So inside of Zendrop, you have live coaching, 24/7 support, order issues, and refund help. So you get coaching with like people like myself, people like Elliot, where pretty much hop on once a week and pretty much go over everything when it comes to drop shipping, e-commerce in general, and just teaching you everything that we've learned. So you get all of that live coaching, weekly live coaching. You also, again, 24/7 support. So if there's anything wrong inside of Zendrop or something go wrong with your shipping or supplier, whatever it might be, you can go ahead and reach out to the support team and they'll pretty much just help you out as quickly from there. Now, what you want to do is convert free to paid. The next step is going to be, or we want to discover how Zendrop's premium features and support can elevate your business from free to profitable. So you're going to unlock advanced features, access tool designed for growth and efficiency. You're also going to get the priority support. So at any time if something's going wrong, you can have our team pretty much help you as quickly as possible. So you are, again, are going to get that priority support. Scalability, ensure your business can handle increased demand and expansion. And then again, data-driven insights, as you guys might have seen yesterday in yesterday's call. The amount of data that Zendrop has to pretty much just help you scale your business I mean, there's just a lot of information out there inside of Zendrop as well that you can use for your benefit. So again, if you guys want to go ahead and grab the AI UGC credits to then start creating these image ads and video ads while also getting $100 in order fulfillment credits, you guys can go ahead. There is going to be the link in the chat as well. Or if you guys want to just search up Zendrop.com/summer, you guys can go ahead, type that in, and it's going to bring you to the page where you can go ahead and grab that. Again, usually it's $549, but just because of the summer offer, we're going to give it to everyone for $192, and that is for the entire annual plan. That's not a monthly subscription. It's $192 for the entire year, and it's also a 7-day money back guarantee. So again, you get all these kind of features right here. Biggest ones are going to be, again, the $100 in order fulfillment credits. So right there, anything or all of these sales that you're first getting is pretty much all profit for yourself because you are getting this $100 in order fulfillment credits. And again, you're also able to now get all of these credits to create your AI UGC video and also images. So you're pretty much able to market your store and drive traffic to your store, which is also going to be very, very important because again, without traffic to your store, you're not going to actually make any sales, right? You need to be getting people to your store and actually in order to actually make sales. So again, it'll be zendrop.com/summer if you guys want to claim that. Link is going to be in the chat somewhere as well, or you can go ahead and scan the QR code on the screen as well if you guys want to go ahead and grab that. So now what we're going to end up doing from here as well. So really quickly before we continue, I want to kind of wrap up with like a little Q&A as well. But before we go in, does anyone have any questions about the summer offer and everything inside of it? I don't understand order fulfillment credits. How does that work? Okay, that's a really good question. So pretty much, if a product costs you $10 to fulfill, right? So say you're selling a product for $50 and it's going to cost you $10 to buy the product and ship it out. Zendrop is going to give you $100 worth of credits, so you don't have to pay that $10. So you essentially have $10 or $100 that'll cover all of your product costs and shipping costs. So that first order that you would get, you don't have to pay for the shipping, you don't have to pay for the product cost itself. It's all covered with those fulfillment credits. Right? So say you make, say you're selling or shipping, or you're sourcing a product for $10 and you're selling it for $50. Essentially, it would take you 10 sales to run out of those credits. Right? And if you're selling for $50, that means you'd profit $40, and then $40 times 10, you'd profit $400. And right there, that pretty much covers your entire yearly plan. And you're also able to take that money and then buy more credits for AI UGC, videos or images, whichever one you want to do. How fast is this shipping? Usually it's like around like 7 days, sometimes even quicker than that. So, but usually the shipping is very, very quick. Sunny, let me know. Did that answer your question there? Let me see what other questions we got here relating to the summer offer. How much would you need per starting campaign, approximately with ads and paid ads? How much would you advise to pay per month? In terms of like ad costs, I usually test for myself. I usually test around $50 a day, but you can definitely test at a lower amount than $50 a day when first starting to test. It really just depends on you and how quickly you want to test. I've seen some people that test $100 a day, but usually I go around $50 a day, but you can do like 25 as well. So it just depends on what your budget is and how quickly you want to be able to test your products. Let's see if there's any other questions out here relating to the summer. The one time drop with summer promo air credits are purchased and pack. Um, 525 credits is total, so it's dependent on how many video or photos you generate, not the month or year. Yeah, so you get the 525 credits, and if you want to use all of those credits in a day, you can go ahead and do that as well. But pretty much the equivalent of the 525 credits, so you can use those 525 credits to either create like 10 videos, AI UGC videos, or around 50 images. So that's usually how those credits like equal to, or what they equal to. In that case, if you were to use all of them, then you would need to obviously go ahead and purchase more credits so that you can create more videos and images. But again, if you do get the offer, the summer offer, then again, you are going to get the $100 in order fulfillment credits, and you are also going to get the video and image credits as well. So like these two alone honestly just pay for the entire offer. So it kind of makes it worth it. Uh, let's see, let's see. Uh, so someone said today's replay link. So we are going to send you the video or the replay of this call to your email after this call as well. So you again, you should receive the replay of this call. Uh, let's see, let's see. All right, I gotta scroll all the way down because I got like so many new messages. Um, let's see. Okay, thank you. So to test a product, how many ad spend do you actually need? So 7 times 50. Usually it takes like around like 2 to 3 days to really like test a product at like $50 a day for myself. That's kind of like what I stick around. Like again, usually like 3 days. And then I'd pretty much go from there. But again, you could also do 7 days at $25. It really just is up to you on how much like what your budget looks like. Usually I just test usually for myself, I end up just testing not new products. I try not to switch off my product that fast. I try to just test new angles and new ads themselves. So usually the way I like to do it is I'll create like 5 different angles that I want to test. And then each angle would get their own ad set. And then inside of each ad set, I would create like 5 to 10 ads relating to that angle. So I'm able to test 5 different angles. And then inside of each like angle, also ad set, I would have 5 to 10 different ad creatives relating to that angle. And I would test those to see how they perform. And then I would see which angle kind of performs the best. And then I would start to like if an angle performs best, then I would create more ads relating to that angle and then start scaling that way. That's kind of like what usually I do for my testing. But I usually try not to switch off of products too quickly. What do you mean by different angles? So just like selling to different maybe like avatars. So like so maybe I want to test, I don't know, maybe I find a product that helps people like with back pain or something like that. Maybe I want to test selling as like one angle could be selling to maybe like women that are pregnant because usually like when you get pregnant, like I don't know, like your back starts to hurt. That could be one angle, or maybe guys that work blue collar jobs, they have back pain. Another one could maybe be like athletes, but like I mean those are very generic, but usually again, I would test different angles, also like avatars, whichever that you want to call it. And then I would see which angle or like avatar performs the best. And then from there, I would start to create more ad creatives based around that angle or avatar. Let's see, what time is it? We still got some time. Yeah, we still got a little bit more time here, so we can go ahead and answer any questions as well. Okay, so again, you want to go ahead and take the leap and transform your e-commerce aspirations into reality with Zendrop. So what we're going to do now, if you guys have any general questions, whether that be for me, whether that be for Manny on how to, like, if it comes to like the creation of these ads and maybe you guys missed something, you want to ask him something, anything like that, feel free, ask any questions you guys might have as well. So feel free, put those in, and we're gonna pretty much gonna answer any questions you guys had about anything that was in this call as well. One more question. What kind of products can you use and how can you check if they work well? Do you do that through Facebook? I like looking on TikTok, TikTok Shop, and then also like through the Facebook ads library and just seeing um, like businesses or e-commerce brands that are running a ton of ads. Like if there's an e-commerce brand out there that's running a lot of ads for a product, then usually it means that the product is converting pretty well. If they're running like 50 plus ads, then obviously it has to be doing well. Nobody's actually going to be putting ad spend into a product that isn't performing well. And again, I'll look on like TikTok. If a product is going viral on TikTok, then that's a good sign. Another one is like TikTok Shop. You can see how many sales a product has on TikTok Shop, and then you can go from there. And then once you kind of find a winning product, then it's about finding a winning angle, and then pretty much just testing that angle. Is it allowed to use the same ad multiple times? So you can't do the exact same ad, but what you can do is create multiple variations of that ad, Sunny. So you can't just like take one ad and then just copy, like literally do identical. But what you can do is just like tweak it just ever so slightly. So if you have an ad that performs very well, then what you can do is just tweak it just a little bit, and just test that. So pretty much what you want to be doing is once you find a winning concept, just try and change little things about that winning concept, to then test that. And you're pretty much just going through this cycle of constantly testing. Once you get to a certain point, you do want to be launching ads, like new ads every single day, and just constantly testing new ads every single day. But that's obviously as you start to ramp up and start to scale. Um, let's see, let's see. Can you go over what we mentioned yesterday about creating our domain? So to actually get your domain, it's very simple. All you have to do is once you have a name that you want to go with for your store, when you go into Shopify, on the bottom left, it'll be the settings tab. Just click on the settings tab, and then you'll see it'll be like a kind of menu. You'll see where it says domains. You just click on domains, and then on the top right, it should say something like buy domain, and you would be able to go there and then buy the domain that you want. You just need to search up the name of your store. So like, I don't know, let's just say that I wanted to do Poland Spring, like this water bottle, right? PolandSpring.com. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to find PolandSpring.com, but just an example, you just search up your brand's name, do .com, and then see if it's available and try and purchase. Now I recommend try and stay away from anything that's like .io, .ai, .org. Anything that is not a .com, I would try and stay away from just because they don't look as trustworthy. So try and find a .com domain. Try not to have any dashes in your domain. Try not to have any, like, just try and keep it very simple, and just have it like look trustworthy. Let's see, let's see. Let's place these and platform like I got a lot that I am scrolling through here right now. When testing the product, how many ads should I test the first day? Should I do one each day? Usually for what I like to do is say I want to test an ad, I would create one campaign inside of my Meta Ads Manager. I would then create 5 different ad sets with and inside of each different ad set, it would be an angle for each one. So maybe one angle is selling to pregnant women, one angle is selling to blue collar workers, one angle is selling to athletes, and then obviously I'd come up with like other angles and avatars that I want to sell to as well. But I'd come up with an angle for each one, for each ad set, and usually I try to go around like 5. Then once I have that, I'll create 5 different ads or 5 to 10 different ads, depending on how many you want to do. I would do like 5 to 10 different ads for each individual angle. And then I would pretty much just test those. So if we're doing that in total of 5 different ads and 5 different ad sets, it means I would have around 25 different ad creatives. So like videos or images, whichever one I want to do. Let's just say I'm doing images. That means I would have 25 total images inside of my entire campaign, and then I would test it and I would see which ad set performs the best. Let's just say ad set two is selling to let's just say ad set two is selling to blue collar workers. Then I would know that like if that ad set is performing the best, I would know that this is the best angle and it's better to create more ads to around this one specific angle and avatar. So then what I would do is I would create more ads, start testing those around that angle, and then start just scaling from there. But what I like to do is just test with different angles. If none of them work, then I'll go ahead and create new angles and then test those angles. And usually after a couple days, if I cannot find an angle that works for this product, that's usually when I try and maybe like move off of that product. But again, I try not to move off of products too quickly, just because most of the time it really just comes down to finding the winning angle for your product. So don't just test a product for like run ads for 1 to 2 days and then maybe it doesn't work and then just scrap it to the product not working. Most of the time, it is just the angle that you're creating. It's usually just the ads. So run the store with AI agent. What do you mean exactly by that? Please talk about how Zendrop handles customer returns. Also, is the supplier able to handle unlimited orders? Usually, if you were getting a large amount of order, like it's not unlimited, right? Your supplier usually has like a certain amount, but usually that's all like taken care of. There's usually a very large quantity of products that they're able to handle. Um, and then in terms of customer returns, it's pretty much all handled through Zendrop as well. So, yeah. Does the cost on videos slash images fluctuate? Are you talking about the cost of like the ads, like how much you have to spend on ads? Oh, credits. So again, usually so if you got the summer offer, it gives you 525 credits, and the 525 credits is equivalent to 50 images or 10 videos. So you pretty much choose which one you would want to create. The videos always cost more credits just because you're creating videos. So there's like speaking that goes into it. Then there's the actual movement that goes into it. Whereas like with an image, it's just a still image. There's no audio, there's no movement, nothing like that. So that's why you're able to get more images and compared to videos. What I meant is it a fixed cost on credits depending on length? Are you talking about like length of the video? So if the video is longer, then yes, it's going to cost more. So obviously it's just based off of like time. So it's like if you're going to make the video even longer than normal, then obviously it's going to cost you more credits because there's more to generate. Where can I go to see if I have any credits? So if you go on to zendrop.com/summer, it's going to bring you to the offer right there. If you already purchased the offer, then it should just prompt you to log in and you'll be able to see if you have credits in there. Now, if you haven't signed up, then you will not have any credits. You do need to claim the offer to grab those credits. So yeah. What's a good length for a video ad? It really all just depends. What I like to do is just look at what ads are working for other brands and then pretty much just recreating those ads. Um, I asked earlier, but not sure if I got a response. Here it is. I already have a Google AI Pro account. Can I create there and then bring that to my store? You could definitely do that. The only reason that I like to do it with Zendrop is because it's connected with your product, and it's connected to your store already. Whereas like with Google, you can't connect it to your store. Whereas again, inside of Zendrop, your product's on there, your store is connected on there. So it just makes everything a lot easier when it's creating these images or videos. Um, what will be tomorrow's meeting on? Um, I need to take a look. If Patty or someone inside of Sendrop wants to let me know as well what tomorrow's meeting is going to be covering exactly. I know day 4 is going to be like fulfillment, and I believe day 5 is scaling. Okay, so day 3, so tomorrow is going to be how to run your store with AI. Yeah, exactly. And again, day 4, I'm pretty sure is going to be on fulfillment, and then day 5 is on scaling. What about videos that generated by Google and I save the file locally? I can't link that to my product. I mean, you can, but what I'm saying is because you are creating these videos and images inside of Zendrop, the product is already on there, so you don't need to like screenshot the product, put it over into Google, and then have it hope that it like creates the video or image correctly. Because you're generating the video or image inside of Zendrop, the product is already there, it has the description in there, it's connected to your store, it can read all of the descriptions and copy that you have on your store and pretty much use that to then create the video or image. So it already just has all the information that it's needed to pull from to actually create a good video or image. Whereas with Google, you would need to grab all of this information and then put it into Google so that it can understand and like know your product. Whereas inside of Zendrop, it's because it's hosted in Zendrop, it knows your product, it can read the description, it can do all of these things. Uh, let's see. Are there replays to these lessons? Yes. So these calls are all recorded. So you are going to get the recording of this call so you can go back and watch this all through and then follow along as well. Are you aware if I sign up with Bluehost through Zendrop to get a new domain, I will still have 15 curated products and one viral video for each? I do not know. I don't believe so. Let's see. Is the 15-second video enough for ads? Yeah, 15 seconds is still definitely good enough for ads. Let's see. Let's see what other questions. When you get a supplier, do they tell you the amount of orders they are able to fulfill? So inside of Zendrop, you'll be able to pretty much just connect the product to your store, and in there you'll see there's like a certain amount of products that they have. Usually, it's like they'll say like 50,000 or 20,000 or 100,000, like whatever that they have. But usually there's always like a very large amount. And then if you get to scale, what you can do is then you can pretty much just have them create more of your product, and then they can even just do like what you can then do is start doing like custom branding on your products and packaging and things like that as you start to get to scale. How do I post the videos created on Meta? I do not know how to do that. I mean, if you're going to post them to like Instagram and Facebook, you simply just open up Instagram, you open up Facebook, and then you go ahead and post them. Obviously, you need to create like an Instagram page or a Facebook page to then post these for your brand. Now, if you're talking about running them as ads, you would just go on, you could search up Facebook ads or Meta ads. And pretty much just open up there. You would need to create an account, and then that's where you pretty much set up your paid ads. That is if you're going to do paid ads. Now, again, if you're going to do organic, then you would just create an Instagram account or a Facebook account, and then you'd go ahead and just post them on there after you create a page. Do you have X accounts? I do not have X. I'm not too familiar with X. I mainly just do on Instagram organic, TikTok organic, and mainly just Meta ads. Uh, let's see, what time is it here? Okay, so that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for the entire call here. That's pretty much everything for today's call. I hope everyone found this call super, super valuable. I know a lot of oh, hold up. I guess why not X? I'm just not familiar with X. That's why I don't use X. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything for this call today. Now we are going to have our call tomorrow as well. So again, I hope everyone found this call kind of helpful and valuable. You guys got some good information out of all this. Now again, this entire call was recorded as well, so you guys can go ahead and watch the call recording back on anything that you might have missed. If anybody joined late or anything like that, you can go back and watch this all. That is going to be sent out to you as well. And then tomorrow's call is going to be at 12 o'clock, and that's pretty much going to be going over how to use AI to then run your store as well. Where can I get the recording? I believe the recording is going to be sent over to your email that you registered to this call for. So yeah. So that being said, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this call. Again, I hope everyone enjoyed, got some good information out of all of this. If Manny wants to say any kind of last words before we hop off here as well, you can do so.
Yeah, no, it was great. But yeah, as always, we're always posting content, educational content like this as well on our socials. So feel free if you miss anything to go in there. We always share prompt packs, you know, kind of links to blogs that we're posting all the time, news articles. So yeah, and
All right,
yes,
guys.
I do use X.
Dad loves X. All right, guys. I hope everyone again found this valuable, and I'll see all of you guys here tomorrow at 12 o'clock. I believe you should get a text message reminder about it. You'll also receive an email reminder about it. So just make sure you have your phone around you and just not to forget, because again, tomorrow's also just as important as today's call as well. So again, thank you guys for showing up, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. All right. Have a good one, everyone.